Guys, let us not waste any further time. Let us not waste any further time. I'm gonna share my screen now so that we can continue with solving problems. Uh, um, uh, um, please mute yourselves, Sinenhlanhla. Please mute yourself. Uh, I'm gonna continue now. I'm gonna share my screen. Okay. So that is basically my screen. Can you guys see my screen? Guys, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes, but you can zoom a little bit.
Okay. Are you guys okay now?
Yes, now it's fine.
Okay. So let us continue with problems of this type, right? So so basically what we just did was type 2 problem, whereby we have to use quadratic equation, right? So let's look at
Yes.
further problems of type 2 form, right? So now check. For problem E, I'm given 3 to the exponent of 2x minus 2 times 3 to the exponent of x plus 2 plus 81, all equal to what? To 0, right? So I know that I still have 3 to the exponent of 2x minus 2 times 3 to the exponent of x times 3 to the exponent of what? 2 plus 81, all equal to 0. Do you guys understand what I did here? What I did here?
Yes, sir.
I sep
Yes, sir.
I just separated that, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now check, I'm gonna have 3 to the exponent of 2x. Uh, so now check, I have negative 2 here, right? And then I told you guys that the order of multiplication does not matter, right? So I'm gonna have negative 2 times 3 squared. So what is it gonna give me? Negative 18 times 3 to the exponent of what? X plus 81, all equal to 0. So I just multiply the numbers which I can get a value of. Do you guys understand that?
Yes, sir.
Can we continue?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. So now check. Here, check. I have 3 to the exponent of x. So I'm going to try to also make 3 to the exponent of x here. So I'm going to have what? 3 to the exponent of x, all to the exponent of what? 2 minus 18 times 3 to the exponent of what? X plus 81, all equal to what? To 0. Guys, are you okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And now I can just say let k be equal to 3 to the exponent of x, right? And therefore, this is just going to be k squared minus 18k plus 81, all equal to 0. So now this is just a what? A quadratic equation. And it's in what? In standard form. So let's identify the values of a, b, and c. So I have a being equal to what?
1.
1, right? What is my value of b? What is the value of c?
81. 81.
Okay. So now remember, you knowing the quadratic formula by heart, am I going to say x or am I going to say k?
You're gonna say K.
So I'm going to have k equal to negative b
Negative
plus or
B
minus square
plus
root of
minus
b squared minus 4ac all over 2a, right? So now I'm going to substitute. Say k is equal to negative into what is my value of b? negative 18, right? So I put negative 18 here, plus or minus square root of negative 18 all squared minus 4 into what? What is the value of A? It's 1, right?
1.
What is the value of C? It's 81. All under the square root, right? All over 2 into 1, right? So I'm going to have K equal to negative into negative 18 is going to be positive 18 plus or minus square root of. Put this, what is under the square root, and into the calculator, and then give me what is the value. Negative 18, put it inside brackets and then square it. Minus 4 into 1 into 81.
I'm getting 0.
0.
You guys all get 0.
Yes,
sir.
sir.
You are getting 0, right? So put 0
Yes, sir.
all over 2, right?
Yes.
So check. Your solutions are going to be K is equal to 18 plus square root of 0 all over 2. Or K is equal to 18 minus square root of 0 all over 2. Give me the values of K. K is going to be equal to 18 plus square root of 0 over 2 is going to be how much?
I'm getting 9,5.
You are getting 9.
No. It's 9.
So K is equal to 9, or K is equal to what? It's also what? 9, right?
9.
So if in case I have K is equals to 9 or K is equals to 9, therefore K is equal to 9 only, right? There's no other value of K, right? Are you guys okay? Because these
Yes.
solutions are the same. This is the same as that. Are we okay?
Yes, sir.
So here I'm going to have what? Remember what is K? K is 3 to the exponent of X, all equal to what? To 9, right? And then this is a simple exponential equation. How are you going to say it now? You're just going to say 3 to the exponent of X is equal to 3 squared. Therefore, X is equal to what? To 2. You guys see this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm very, very happy that you guys see it. So you guys see that problem F is still a similar problem. Even here with these two, I'm just going to have to separate. And then I'm going to have negative 6 times 2 to the exponent of X times 2 to the exponent of negative 1. Then I'm going to have negative 6 times 2 to the exponent of negative 1 times 2 to the exponent of what? X. Right?
Yes, sir.
You're going to get negative. So you're going to get 2 to the exponent of X squared minus 3 times 2 to the exponent of X plus 2 all equal to 0. Once you are here, you know what to do, right?
Yes,
You see how we got to the value of 3, negative 3.
sir.
You can put it in the calculator, right? And say negative 6 times 2 to the exponent of negative 1. It's going to give you negative 3. Are you guys okay? Guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so it's a
Yes, sir.
similar problem. I don't have to stress myself about it. So I want to show you guys another kind of problem so that you guys don't stress a lot. Yeah, I want to show you guys M. M looks like a very interesting one. Before I move on to the one of rational exponents, right? Let's check problem M, right? Look at problem M. It's saying I have 1 over 4 all to the exponent of what? X minus 3 times 2 to the exponent of negative X minus 4 all equal to what? To 0, right? Check here. Check this middle term. I have 2 to the exponent of negative X. So I must find a way to express this as a base of what? 2. Do you guys agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So I'm going to have here inside the bracket, 1 over 4 is just 2 to the exponent of negative 2. You guys agree?
Yes, sir.
All to the exponent of what? X minus 3 times 2 to the exponent of negative x minus 4, all equal to 0. Are you guys okay?
Yes, sir.
So here I'm going to have 2 to
Yes,
the
sir.
exponent of negative 2x minus 3 times 2 to the exponent of negative x minus 4, all equal to 0. Right? So check. I have two, here I have 2 to the exponent of negative x. So I must try to do this to have this 2 to the exponent of negative x even here. Right? So I'm going to have 2 to the exponent of what? Negative x here. But then I'm going to keep the what? The positive 2. Right? Are you guys okay?
Yes, sir.
So that this negative x, when it multiplies this positive 2, I get negative 2x. Right? Right?
Yes, sir.
Minus 3 times 2 to the exponent of negative x minus 4, all equal to what? To 0. So once I'm here, I can just say let k be equal to what? 2 to the exponent of negative x, right? Therefore, now I'm going to have k squared minus 3k minus 4, all equal to what? 0. Are you okay, guys?
Yes, sir.
So, okay, for me, I'm not going to use quadratic formula here. You can use quadratic formula. I'm just going to quickly factorize so that we can get the answers. So I'm going to have k minus 4 into k plus 1, all equal to 0. Therefore, k is equal to 4, or k is equal to negative 1. Are you guys okay?
Yes, sir.
So now I have to remember what is k. K is 2 to the exponent of negative x, right? All equal to what? To 4. Or 2 to the exponent of negative x is equal to negative 1. Let's start with the first one. So here, check. I have 2 to the exponent negative x. This one is just 2 to the exponent of what? 2. Therefore, negative x is equal to 2. Therefore, x is equal to negative 2. Are you guys okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Here we have all. But check here. Here I have 2 to the exponent of negative x, right? Which is the same as what? 1 over 2, all to the exponent of what? X. And it says here it's equal to negative 1. Are we okay?
Yes, sir.
And then remember that this is an exponential function. Can it ever give us a negative value?
No,
No.
sir.
Because this kind of function, which has a base of a fraction, it looks like this. All values are what? Are positive. It's just that it's a decreasing function, right? So therefore, 1 over 2 to the exponent of x cannot be equal to negative 1, right? So therefore, x is equal to negative 2 only. Are you okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I think I'm done now explaining these types of questions. I want us to move on to the next concept. Any questions so far?
No questions, sir.
No questions. Okay. Okay, I'm glad that we don't have any questions so that we can move a bit fast, right? So now we are moving on to the third concept of the day, and which is the last concept under exponential equations, so that we can move on to third equations. Third equation is not going to be a lot. It just has a few problems, of which if in case time allows us, we may go a bit over this 8. We may go over 8 a bit, right? We may exceed it with a few minutes. Are you guys comfortable with that? So that we can finish
Yes.
everything.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So sorry about that. So now let's go on to equations with rational exponents. So we are moving on to equations with rational exponent. So by rational, it means that we have fractions, some a over b kind of stuff, right? So that means we have now,
Yes.
let's say, uh, x to the exponent of what? A over b. Or even if in case I have x to the exponent of what? M over n. These are fractions. The exponent is a fraction. That's what matters. It's a rational exponent. You guys understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So guys, there's something that is very important that I want you guys to know. So whenever you have a rational exponent, something of the form m over n, please rewrite this thing in the form of what? Of x to the exponent of what? Of 1 over n, all to the exponent of what? M. Because remember that m over n is just the same as 1 over n multiplied by what? By m. Right? So these exponents are just multiplying each other. So I can keep this one that is inside 1 over n and take the other one what? Outside. Are you okay with that? So
Yes,
let's
sir.
make an example of this. An example of is in case I have x to the exponent of what? 2 over 3. So what it means that I'm going to have equal to x to the exponent of what? 1 over 3 all to the exponent of what? 2. You guys see that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now let's continue. So, and then the other thing that I said, okay, once it hits 7:30, please click the second link, the last link, right? Uh, so now let's now solve for x in these types of questions, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, with rational exponents. So for letter A, I was given x to the exponent of 1 over 4, all equal to what? To 3, right? So here I have 1 over 4. Okay, it's fine, right? Check, here I don't have a 2 or a what, so I cannot take out, even if here, if in case I want to take out this one, it's still gonna have x to the exponent of 1 over 4, all to the exponent of what? 1, because 1 over 4 times 1 is still 1 over 4. So doing that won't help. You see that? Can you guys please mute yourselves? So I have x to the exponent of 1 over 4. I want to cancel this 1 over 4. So I can take x to the exponent of 1 over 4, all to the exponent of what? 4. And say I'm going, and all on the other side, I'm going to have 3 to the exponent of what? 4. So that this 1 over 4 and this 4 can cancel each other out. Because I'm going to have x now equal to 3 to the exponent of 4 is how much? It's 80.
81.
So you
1.
guys see. So the trick is to make the exponents to cancel each other out. You guys see. So I have a so for me to get an exponent of 1 here, if in case I have 1 over 4, what must I multiply 1 over 4 to so that I can get what? I must multiply it by its what? Its reciprocal, which is what? 4. Right? If in case I have
Yes,
a
sir.
1 over 3, I must multiply it by a what? By a 3. You guys get the trend?
Yes, sir.
1 over 2, I multiplied by what? By 2. Do you see?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You guys are smart, smart, smart people. So here I have now x to the exponent of 1 over 4 equal now to negative 3. Right? We are trying to solve for x here. Right? There's something I want you
Yes, sir.
guys to do. Let's do it the same way as we did the first one. So we want to cancel this 1 over 4. So we are going to have to say x to the exponent of 1 over 4, all to the exponent of what? 4. right? And we're also going to take this negative 3 and take it to the exponent of what? 4. What do we get x being equal to?
81.
81, right?
Yes, sir.
So now, please now do this. Let's try to do this. Let's now check our answer, right? So wherever we see x, we are going to put what? 81, right? And we must get negative 3, right?
Mm,
So say 81 all to the exponent of 1 over 4. Tell me what you get.
3
3. Is this 3
is a
equal to
positive.
negative 3?
No, sir.
No, they are not equal. So therefore, this equation basically has a what? There's a what? There's no solution to it. And how do you see that there's no solution? What you actually did here by solving it was actually wrong because you're not even allowed to solve equations that have no solution. So how do you see that it has how are you actually gonna know for future purpose that I'm not supposed to have a negative value here? Check. You have x, whenever you have x to the exponent of 1 over an even number, this is not supposed to be equal to a negative number. So therefore, if in case I have x to the exponent of 1 over 2, if in case they say it's equal to negative 1, I know that this equation, the answer is going to be no solution because I have 1 over 2 is an even number and it's equal to a negative number. This thing can never be like this. So therefore, there is no solution. So you guys see that law.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
the
sir.
law is if in case I have x to the exponent of 1 over even number, this cannot be equal to a negative number. Are you guys okay?
Yes.
Okay. We'll only get out of this room once the time expires. So now for now, let's just continue. Let's do letter C. I want you guys to grasp, to have a firm understanding of this. So C, it's just saying x to exponent of 1 over 3 equal to negative 3. So check, I have 1 over something. Is this something even or odd? Is it even? Is 3 even number?
It's odd.
It's odd. So therefore I can solve because I have a negative on this side, right? But if in case I had an even number here, I wouldn't be able to solve. The answer would be no solution. Are you guys okay?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
now I
sir.
have x to the exponent of 1 over 3. So in order for me to remove this 1 over 3, I'm going to have to take it all to the exponent of what? 3. All equal to negative 3 all to the exponent of what? 3. Are you guys okay?
Yes, sir.
So so I'm going to have
Yes, sir.
equal to negative 27. Is that okay?
Hmm?
Yes, sir.
Is it 21 or 27?
It's
27.
27.
It's 27.
But sir,
Yes.
it is your.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
It's what?
27.
Okay. So is the answer correct?
Yes, it's
Yes,
correct.
sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Oh, now you guys are smart people. So now let us continue with further problems. Yeah, others I'll just give them to you as homework. You'll give me answers in the group. Can we continue?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So now for this one, they're saying we have uh, x to the exponent of 2 over 3 equal to 4. Right?
Yes.
Uh, Check.
Yes, sir.
Remember, what did I say? I said if in case you have x to the exponent of m over n, you are going to have to express it as what? As x to the exponent of 1 over n to the exponent of what? M. Right? I said that to you. Right? Remember the values that we were dealing with now were the ones of 1 over. Here now we have stuff like 2 over 3. You see now. So this is whereby you need to apply this principle. Are you okay?
Yes, sir.
So this can be the same as what? X to the exponent of 1 over 3 all to the exponent of 2 equal to 4. Are you okay?
Yes,
Guys,
sir.
are you okay?
Yes, sir.
Check now. What if I say let k be equal to x to the exponent of 1 over 3? What am I going to have? I'm going to have k squared equal to 4. Right?
Yes, sir.
This is a quadratic equation, right? You see. I have something squared. So if in case I want to find this value, I'm going to have to put it in a square root, and this side is going to be plus or minus, right? So I'm going to have k is equal to plus or minus what? 2. Are you guys okay?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Therefore, x to the exponent of 1 over 3 is equal to 2, or x to the exponent of 1 over 3 is equal to negative 2. Let's solve this. So for this one, I'm going to have to say x to the exponent of 1 over 3, all what? To the exponent of 3, and even this 2 to the exponent of 3, right? Therefore, x is equal to how much? To 8. Is that okay? Both sides are positive. The value
Yes,
here is
Yes.
not negative. So it's, do you see?
yes, sir.
Look at this side. This side I have 1 over. Is this even or odd?
It's odd.
So therefore, I can continue to solve because this side I have a negative number, right? So I'm going to have or x to the exponent of 1 over 3 all to the exponent of 3 equal to negative 2 all to the exponent of 3. Therefore, x is equal to negative 8. So x is equal to 8 or x is equal to negative 8. So do you see how we deal with these problems?
Yes, sir.
Guys, are you comfortable?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sir.
Okay, so let's continue to letter B. Right? Letter B is saying I have x to the exponent of what? 3 over 2 equal to 8. Remember, I have a fraction. So now I'm allowed to say I'm going to have x to the exponent of 1 over 2 all to the exponent of 3 equal to 8. Are we okay?
Yes, sir.
So I can say let k be equal to what is inside the bracket. It's x to the exponent of 1 over 2. So therefore, I'm going to have k cubed equal to 8. Right?
Yes, sir.
Whenever something is not squared, you can just remove it by the reciprocal, right? But whenever it's squared, we have to take the square root on both sides, right? And it's going to be plus or minus on the other side, right? So for this one,
Yes.
we can just take the cube root on both sides, right? And whenever you take a cube, like something like the cube root, it doesn't have to be plus or minus, right? You take it as it is. A cube root, you always take it as what? As it is. You never say plus or minus, right?
Yes, sir.
Because think about it. For me to get a number, if in case I say 2 cubed, it's always going to give me how much? 8, right? But if in case I have negative 2, all cubed is just going to give me negative 8. You see, these two values, this positive 2 and this negative 2, they give me different values. But compared to a square, maybe if in case I say negative 2 all squared, it's gonna give me a 4, right? And in case I have a positive 2 all squared, it's still gonna give me a what? A 4. Hence, I have to say plus or minus whenever I have a what? A squared, right? But if in case I have a cubed, because if in case I take the cube root of negative 8, it's gonna give me negative 2. If in case I take the cube root of 8, it's gonna give me a positive 2. Do you see that?
Yes, sir.
So for a square root, you have to say plus or for a squared number, you have to say plus or minus the square root. But if in case I have a cubed, you just have to say cube root. You don't have to say plus or minus. Do you see why? Because for squared, when you are squaring, two different signs can give you the same positive value. But for a cube, a negative value cubed is going to give you a negative value. A positive value cubed is going to give you a positive value. Do you guys get it?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Fine. So now let's take the cube root on both sides. So we're going to have cube root of k cubed, right, equal to cube root of what? Of 8. Are you guys okay?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So I'm going to have cube root of k cubed is just going to be k. K equal to what? Cube root of 8 is just equal to how much? To positive 2. Are you guys okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
This is
sir.
just going to give me x to the exponent of 1 over 2 equal to 2, right? Then for me to remove this 2, I'm going to have to say x to the exponent of 1 over 2 all to the exponent of 2. And then this side all to the exponent of 2. Therefore, x is just equal to how much? To 4. Because once it's here, it's just simple. Remember. Do you see that?
Yes, sir.
Guys, are you comfortable?
Yes, sir.
You can ask questions. Are there any questions?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
Okay. Let me move on. I'm now moving on. Yeah, hopefully, yeah, this is gonna be the last question I do under this section. And then these ones that we are remaining, these 3 problems that I will be remaining, I'll send them to you in the group as homework. You can just send answers tomorrow in the afternoon in the group, and then I will send you guys a memo inside the group. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that we can move on to the next section. So problem F, it's saying I have x to the exponent of 1 over 2, right? Plus x to the exponent of what? 1 over 4 minus 2 equal to what? To 0. For this one, guys, please listen to me very carefully, right? Guys, are you okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This thing actually it's a quadratic again, but I'm gonna show you how do you see that it's a quadratic. Check now. What is the smallest exponent that you have? Is
X
it,
to the power 1 over
is it 1 over 2 or 1 over 4? What
1
is
over
small?
2.
No, guys.
1 over.
It's 1 over 4.
It's 1 over 4.
1 over 4. So 1 over 4 it's just 0.25. 1 over 2 it's 0.5. This 0.5 is greater than 0.25. Remember that, right? So the trick is,
Yes, sir.
number one, just check the smallest exponent. Exponent, right? Right? You check the smallest exponent. We saw that it's this one, right? So now you are gonna rewrite the larger exponent as the smaller exponent multiplied by something. So the next step, we are gonna rewrite larger exponent as a multiple of the smaller exponent. let me show you how to do this. So what is the larger exponent? It's 1 over 2, right?
Yes.
So 1 over 2 is just equal to what? To 1 over 4 times what? Times
2.
2.
right? So do you see how I've rewritten the larger exponent as the smaller one times something?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
So now let's rewrite this whole question. So the question itself, it's saying x to the exponent of 1 over 2 plus x to the exponent of 1 over 4 minus 2. It's all equal to 0. So now check. Here I'm going to say I have x to the exponent of 1 over 4 all to the exponent of 2 plus x to the exponent of 1 over 4 minus 2 equal to 0. So once I'm here, why don't I say let k be equal to x to the exponent of 1 over 4. Therefore, now I'm going to have k squared plus k minus 2 equal to 0. Then once I'm here, I know I just use what? Quadratic equation.
Oh.
Guys, are we okay?
Yes, sir.
So now I'm going to solve it by factorizing. So I'm going to have k minus 1 into k plus 2 equal to 0. Therefore, k is equal to 1 or k is equal to negative 2. But what is k? Remember, k is x to the exponent of 1 over 4, right? It's equal to 1, right? And how do you remove this 1 over 4? You're going to have to say x to the exponent of 1 over 4 all to the exponent of 4. And this one also all to the exponent of 4. Therefore, you're going to have x equal to 1. And then here you're going to say or x to the exponent of 1 over 4 equal to negative 2. Check, I have 1 over. Is it an even or an odd number?
Even.
It's
Even
even. So
now.
it cannot be negative. So therefore, I'm going to have x to the exponent of what cannot be equal to negative 2. So guys, do you see how this is similar to what we just did?
Yes, sir.
So once it's here, it's simple. Remember why I even taught you guys the simple problems for why you see why I started off with the simple problems. Stuff like x to the exponent of 1 equal to 3. So that because these simple problems, you're gonna find them inside the complicated ones. Because look, here's a simple problem, but it came from a what? A complicated problem. You see it? Guys,
Yes, sir.
okay. You guys are still with me?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir.
I'm really sorry. This is the longest lesson we've ever had. But it's gonna be worth it in the end. Don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. I just wanna do this letter B with you. I'm just gonna show you how you can write it in quadratic form. And then after that, the other you can solve for x by yourself. And even these other ones, you can do them in quadratic form, but it's the homeworks, right? So here I have
Yes,
Yeah.
x minus 5 square root of x plus 4 equal to what? To 0, right? Check this, right? So here I have x to the exponent of 1 minus 5 times x to the exponent of 1 over 2 plus 4 all equal to 0. What is the smallest exponent here?
1/2.
The smallest is 1 over 2, right? So I'm going to write the largest as 1 over 2 times something, right? So the largest is 1. So 1 is equal to 1 over 2 times what?
Times 2.
Times 2. Therefore, this problem is just what? X to the exponent of 1 over 2 all to the exponent of 2 minus 5 minus, guys, I don't know what, minus 5 times x to the exponent of 1 over 2 plus 4 all equal to 0. And when you are say when you can